Oh yeah, look at that.
Hi, my name is Amelia and welcome to Rampe It Up, where we take an ingredient you might have in your pantry and show you how you can be leveling it up at home.
All right. Boom.
Hey, Amelia here. Welcome to Rampe It Up. Today we're going to be cooking one of my favorite ingredients, ramen. Today I'm going to share a couple of ways I like to cook ramen at home. One is kind of a classic dish. It's called bacon kimchi fried ramen. And the other dish is what I like to call a spam romlet or a ramen omelet. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is cook the bacon. My mom used to feed me top ramen when I was little, when I was sick, that was my chicken soup. So I have some seriously fond memories of this ingredient. All right, so a lot of fat rendered, and then we're gonna fry some kimchi. And I cook the kimchi for a couple reasons. One, there's a lot of moisture in the kimchi, and I wanna cook some of that out so it doesn't sog out my noodles. The kimchi is starting to kind of get caramelized in the bottom of the pan, and I'm gonna remove the kimchi to the bowl that has the bacon in it. All right. I'm gonna put the heat medium low because I wanna add the scallions and garlic. So I have about 4 scallion whites here and 2 cloves of garlic. Just cook the ramen noodles to package instructions. It's only a few minutes if you're cooking from fresh noodles. So I'm gonna toss this real quick in this oil and this scallion, and then I'm gonna add back this. So the bacon and the kimchi all just went back into the ramen dish. Oh yeah, look at that. That reduced kimchi juice is coating the ramen. So now I'm gonna season everything. I've turned my heat off. So that's where the coconut aminos come in. But it really also leans heavily in the savory direction, so that's where the mirin come in. It'll bring some balance to the flavor, just a little splash. And then we're gonna bring in a little brightness with some rice bin. I'm just gonna splash it around, same thing, maybe about a tablespoon. Just start there and just keep tasting your food. So I'll drizzle a little toasted sesame oil over the top. I love furikake. I get it at the Japanese market. Little scallion, give it some color. And then we're gonna top everything with a fried egg. And we have kimchi fried ramen. It's so easy. It comes together in minutes. I literally can feed 3 people breakfast with this or lunch. There's crunchy happening from the kimchi. It's saucy. It's got a range of flavors happening, from spicy to savory, fresh from the scallions. I'm gonna take one more bite, and then we're gonna move on to the next dish, which is my spam romlet. This is spam, the luncheon meat that's shelf stable that you can buy in any grocery store. Oil is hot now. I'm gonna drop the spam. Should sizzle. Going to transfer the spam to the spinach. We'll just give that a little stir. Just kind of get that heat around the vegetables. And then we're gonna add scallions. We're gonna add some garlic. This is 2 cloves of garlic. And once they just look like they're starting to be a little more translucent, you can turn off your heat and just transfer that also to the bowl. And then I'm gonna take the ramen noodles. I've pre-cooked them, and then I also toss them in a little sesame oil so they don't stick. And then I'm gonna put it in this bowl with the spinach, and I'm just gonna toss this mixture a little bit. And here's my 3 eggs. You can see I've added about a 1/4 teaspoon of handashi. I've added about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then I just put a little splash of sesame oil, and I'm gonna whisk that. I'm gonna put the ramen noodles directly into the bottom of the skillet. And then it's important to spread the noodles kind of right away so they can get contact with the hot skillet, and then start kind of putting all the rest of the stuff in and mixing it in. This is when we're gonna have to exercise a little bit of patience because it does take a couple minutes for the noodles to get crispy. And then we're gonna take a peek underneath. Oh, it's happening. All right, I'm turning down the heat. I'm turning it down to about medium, and now I'm going to pour the egg mixture right on top. So I'm gonna start in the middle and kind of work my way out. I'm gonna now cover the skillet, and I'm gonna just turn my heat a little bit lower. So now we're probably about medium low. And we're just gonna let the eggs cook in here. We're getting pretty close here, where I feel like even if we flip it, we're not gonna get too much of a mess. That's kind of why we wait till it's 90% cooked, because if you invert it, it could come flying out. It's a mess. I always say this, moment of truth. Now, slide this off, just like that. And then we're just going to invert it like this. You wanna put a hot pad here. You wanna protect yourself. You wanna put a hot pad here. Boom. Hey, not too bad. All of these noodles are crisp to the touch. That's what you want. And that's it, ramen omelet. Romlet, Spam, so good. That crunch is so good. And the flavor off the crunch, it's toasty. And then you get these like yummy, savory bites of Spam. Thanks for hanging out with me for this edition of Ramp It Up. I hope you learned a few new tricks about how to play with ramen. Join us next time for the next episode with whatever mystery ingredient it might be. See you next time.